afternoon, folks. Morning for me, evening for aeromathematics. We're having another 45 bid. It is bright and early on a Wednesday morning for me and late on the Tuesday night for him. Let's go to ESR again, as usual, and let's say hello again. Interesting. USA +3. So it's a nice close game last time. Well, let's take Sol's advice. Go for straight domination in Europe. Have socialist governments, which helps. Certainly de Gaulle or Suez is particularly nasty. Right, so just going to quickly tot up what I'm holding. Pretty much my only play is 5-year plan. Or I can ditch Europe scoring. Maybe I'll ditch Europe scoring. If he does Suez Crisis or de Gaulle, it's neutral, and I'm USA after all. And I save 3 opt. 5-year plan's the other option, but I might pull CIA. Let's just do Europe scoring. Come on, no Suez or de Gaulle. Okay, fine. Going for Thailand. So turn 1 coup of Iran seems likely. No, straight influence. Is that any good? It does avoid Asia domination. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to use Warsaw Pact as well. Let's clear him out of South Europe. 50-50. Good enough. He's having one more go. And fails. So that's worked out quite well for me. So I do still want to push into Malaysia, probably on my AR-6. I may use Warsaw Pact to push into India and South Korea. Because I expect him to move into Laos now and Burma next. Okay. In which case I'll take Korea. Seek to take Taiwan and Japan ahead of Korean War. And Taiwan may come in handy if we end up 4-3 on battlegrounds, as Taiwan almost a resolution coming in. There's Asia. Blockade ditches socialist governments. No, he's got nobody scoring all the scoring cards. Freeze up turn 2. So I will space Korean War and look to shore up Japan and Thailand. Something didn't have to go well this turn. Containment is the obvious headline here, especially if I run the risk of purge, because defectors is gone. Got a fistful of one-off cards. I don't even have a 2, unfortunately, so blockade's a bit annoying. Yeah, it's got to be containment. Yep, that's fine. So I can now blockade a 3. Big flip. That's good for him for Indo-Pakistani war as well. Let's burn blockade. Ditch salt go. Push into Libya later, because I'm going to have to use NASA. Let's make sure I don't lose all of my presence. He may now slip Pakistan with a China card. Wasn't thinking very clearly, but I'm quite happy for him to do that. With Asia scoring gone for now. Goes decol instead. So that's a fairly expected profile. So I'll use CIA to overlay Pakistan now after all that talk. Which now means I expect he will use Indo-Pakistani War if he can. I need to try and event CNS before he gets the space off. Right. Decisions. I will event captured Nazi. I'm tempted to give him AR6 by UN interventioning to goal rather than just... I mean, at least using to goal neutralizes it. And then I keep an AR. It's just an empty action round. So that's better than having an empty action round by virtue of not having a card. My guess is he doesn't have Indo-Pakistani War then, given he didn't tap Pakistan first time, so it'll be interesting to see who gets dealt it next turn. Foremost is in play. So he's pressuring Taiwan, sensible. Asia domination I might not be able to ward off unless I event US-Japan. Plus, in eventing Nether, I'm going to need to take Libya for presence. Might be a tough turn 3. Things look rosy now, but the wind can blow very quickly in the opposite direction. So AL6, event Nasser, take Libya. But yeah, I was expecting to get purged there, it's ended up being a bit of a wash. Setsi gets dealt Indo-Pakistani War in the shuffle. There goes D-Style. So you got Decol and D-Style. Give me a happy bunny. So unfortunately I get redealt CIA. and he gets Indo-Pakistani War. So again, it can be interesting. He's also got all four-op cards left. Marshall, US, Japan, and NATO. So I can either defect to him, or duck and cover. If I defect to, he plays Indo-Pak War first turn. But duck and cover is worth 3 BP as well. So I think I kind of inevitably have to do that. He'll get his Milots from Indo-Pak War as well. Doesn't know I've been redealt defectors, so I might go for that. Yeah. Let's go with defectors. Okay, that's turned out okay. So, he'll coup first. And then Indo-Pakistani War. Well, that bonuses special relationship, at least. So I will... Do I take Saudi maybe instead? No. Well, so that will come later. No, I'll take Egypt. So now comes Indo-Pakistani War. Well, things don't look as rosy as they did turn one for sure. Is he going to give up on Europe and use Marshall Plan? He wants to hold US Japan as long as possible. He can ideally flip Pakistan, of course. To that end, I probably want to overprotect South Korea now. He's going to pump South Korea, I guess. Ah, interesting. I'll continue to race him in Japan. Yeah, because I've got no other options elsewhere. He may have to use Marshall Plan. But I will event special relationships now that NATO's in. The bonus is too strong. He did have you an intervention, so he'll finish the deal there. fair enough. Can't really help that now. Back 2 points. I want to pop one in Italy too to defend against socialist governments. I am accepting of my fate in Asia. He now doesn't even have to use Indo-Pakistani war if he doesn't want to, but, you know, he may fancy the 1 in 3 flip just to condemn me. Boy, the mid-war regions look ugly. Well, maybe I won't use Romanian education just yet, because that does level up country counts more rapidly than I need to do. He's going for it. And he misses it. Thank goodness for small favours. Put one in Saudi. So I think my best option, AR6, given that I can't really do a lot in South America and Africa, is probably break North Korea and threaten to fill it on my AR1 to level up country count. That's probably the best crisis I can manufacture. So let's see, I get more 1-op cards, lovely. Lots more 1-op cards, lovely, lovely. With a few others. He's unlikely to headline Portuguese Empire crumbles or South African unrest. So let's headline Africa scoring in a desperate bid. Yeah, okay. So he'll brush Pakistan for 50-50. Or maybe Panama if he wants to deny me access to Central America, but he has the coup too. Or Egypt if he has Middle Eastern scoring and wants to deny me presence-less domination. Wants to gain it. So a lot of options here with Rush War, but what he picks will indicate he goes for Asia. So I expect Panama next. I do want to space Quagmire before Miss LMB comes out. He does go for the coup in Panama, which is good enough. He gives me Marshall in doing so. Get there before liberation theory. It's still worth trying to take North Korea, simply because of the adjacency bonus and of taking another battleground. All we need is ABM treaty to round off the Americas. Okay, so he's... Do I take a gamble in finishing off North Korea before spacing? I'll space first. One into Arab-Israeli war needs to go into Jordan. I may AL7 OAS founded. One into Argentina, one to Venezuela, if he doesn't score South America this turn. Now I can event Romanian application because Europe's a bit more under control. Spacing Shuttle D. He misses. The cosmonauts continue to befuddle in our games, so I'll finish taking North Korea. Because ideally what I want to do is try and hold the China card, take Taiwan, and then if I'm lucky I can flip Japan if I pull out US-Japan or something. Okay, so he gets the Middle East. I will take my opportunity to score Europe. So Asia and the Americas has come. I could really do with junta. But who couldn't? And or ABM. I will not be getting the bonus from kitchen debates. Oh yeah, Taiwan. Good overprotection. So I give him Arab-Israeli war. I'll keep playing into the Middle East, mostly to make OPEC slightly less juicy for him. And if he doesn't get Muslim Revolution and I keep pressing long enough, I may well be able to level up in Middle East. So that's an obvious place to puff it into. What else have we got? One into Peru. One into Colombia. Get some presents that way. Let's go with that. He'll be disappointed to have to play that, but could be worse. He may try cooing on Colombia. I can just counter coup. And then OAS for my AR7. Fair enough. Maybe I use Peru. Control Peru. Because I may be able to get a rear line on Cuba if, Chile, sorry, if all goes well. Alas, he has sold. He's getting brushable back. So my idea of salting US-Japan to level up Asia is not coming off. So wanting Guatemala to defend further against the 50-50 flip of controlling. Hold OAS. So there's Lone Gunman. I've got VOA, which is nice. I want to try and hold Arsenal as well if I can. Or Arsenal. No, of course I don't want to hold Arsenal. I'll use it to ditch South America and Lone Gunman. Inter alia. So I'll start with Junta and dropping Defcon. Yes, I will do that. Oh, purged again. So let's do a lot of eventing this turn. I'll ditch OPEC as well. That's not. That's not a bad wee coup. Gets it straight back. I'm going to use the China card to try and coup Pakistan. No, Thailand even. Pretty good. Now he has to choose between taking Thailand or the last coup. He chooses Thailand. So I'll take the last coup. I'm fine with him using arms race to some extent, because that's money he's lost. So that does his job. He can try even rear lines on Mexico. I'm fine with that. I think I'm at the point of arsenotting. But I still have VOA. What's in the draw pile? 28. I'm not going to get it straight back. I think VOA comes later. I'm happy to hold that. Clears out my hand. let's use VOA. And let's take these two out of the Southern Africa and two out of Venezuela to put pressure on and decrease OPEC's worth. And then next turn is definitely event Ask Not. Because I expect he'll play into Venezuela. He made coup Colombia, which is worth nearly as much. Alright, there we go. So now we ask not everything. Portuguese Empire, Camp David, Panama, Permit, and Lads. Oh boy, he had ABM as well. Well, that's good for him. So now I want to event Arman into Ram and look for Central America and Asia scoring. That's a fistful of stuff I don't want to see, at least. So let's get rid of all those. Come on. Thank you. Alas, no Asia or Central America scoring. That's not great for me. Space Portuguese. Oh, and I can't Space Portuguese because I'm under purge, aren't I? So the event Camp David, and then event Panama can now return to soften up Panama and Venezuela. And what's he throwing? Into subs, okay. We'd put that one back in the deck in a way. It's a dangerous card. I would have been better off eventing it on AR7 and offer me a purged coup. Oh well, to each their own. For jump ball, I got Asia scoring, not that I can do an awful lot with it. Brain cells. Worrying. That's the hand. Brain cells is the obvious choice. No, nothing if not obvious. So the coup on Panama seems like the play. So after purging me, he's going for overdrive. I will play it and I will coup Panama and I will pray. I did not pray hard enough. So I expect to see influence into Panama. But if he leaves Cuba unguarded, I'll have to try and realign. So now's the time to try and realign Cuba. With Cuba. Good start. Terrible second. Okay, it's giving me another crack. Even at 2. I'm going to go again. Oh, for goodness sake. He might get the message and shore up now. Yeah. So Central America's a goner. What's left in the draw pile? 2. So I can see most of his hands. At least he didn't use Missile and beyond me. I seem to have very little shenanigan room left. So I'm going to give him Asia scoring. And he gets Central America on top. Monster score. So it's a venture on Paul. An AR7 I will boost DEFCON to 5 for the 5 VPs, and also because to some extent we need to shake up the map here. So he's either going to event one small step, or he might play Asuri to give me the China card, or play the China card and hold Asuri. If I am, I play Asuri and give me the China card to stop me pumping Asia and get it out the deck, really. At a lower cost, opportunity cost. Yeah, okay, so he's good, and he gets all 4 ops from it. And I will use How I Learned to Stop Worrying, because it's the only way to bring the score down briefly. And then peace for all. So I guess maybe I'll purge him. I will teach him. So, yeah, purge then bear trap later in the turn. It's got to be right. Oh, he's clogging me early. Well, that's good, because obviously good for him, the DEFCON being as high as it is. straight out at least. Blimey. My oh my oh my. Am I going to get Millops somewhere? Yeah, I guess so. Let's drop Defcom for 3 VPs and get my Millops later. Ah, man. I gave him one too many more rounds. Nasty. There's really not a lot I can do. Three in South Africa, bear trap, break Algeria, try and score Africa for neutral. If he uses a 4-up card here to flip Angola, I definitely pop him in the trap. And spacing cards, that's a luxury for him. Let's give him one more go. Let's give him Southeast Asia. Well, once again, War Games is a massive risk. Oh, giving me SR, lovely. With NORAD gone, it's much of a muchness, isn't it? Didn't see what they influence were. Another one in Poland, shot by. So bear trap time. Straight out. Nice work. This is going awfully. Well, I've got grain sales, but War Games is of course a massive risk. But at this point I'm going to have to do risks. I'm looking seriously poor, and I've got CIA. What a delight. CIA to look at the hand, then grain sales to pull a random one. Nah, grain sales. Might pull War Games. Okay, so he's probably got terrorism. If he's got War Games, the game is over. Man, the map is so red. So I need a 1 in 6 flip of Pakistan or India, somehow to break without junta or ABM, South America and Central America, and try and level up the Middle East. It's not like I've got a lot to do. Okay, so no war games, that's a start. And no Central or South America, otherwise you'd have played them to end the game. So I have an awful lot of his cards that score him an awful lot of points. What's he currently on? 4? Yes, that makes 5. Let's space OPEC, because that one's too valuable. Now I get another chance to space something, so it'll be one of those 3. Deny me the second space? It does not. Pershing's the worst. So pop one into Libya. And an extra one into West Germany before Willy Brandt pops in. Kind of half expecting Middle Eastern scoring. I'm going to have to try and hold CIA created. Going for his Milops. Fine. Yeah, go for a big old 1 in 6 gamble. It does not work. Use OS to pump Panama. Betrayer. Okay, in advance of Muslim Revolution, which I'll trigger and then put into Libya and Egypt with adjacency to both. Could really do with Europe scoring here. I thought I was going cards to randomly miss the reshuffle. He'll put one in Thailand, he shouldn't forget. If he does forget, that's lovely for me, but let's not bank on that. Indeed. Let's give him Muslim Rev. I just put 2 in Egypt, 2 in Libya. So, well, at least I get war games. But all these other scoring cards do not bode very well for me. So let's see, looking at his hand, if there is a way to deny DEFCON. Deny his victory by DEFCON. So CIA created is the obvious. Have a look. He's reforming. He does have Europe scoring, but he only has 1 DEFCON card. So let's take the 1-op coup on, oh boy, Venezuela. It doesn't do. And that's the game. Well played him, well earned. Not a lot that can be said. But if there is, I feel like that was a much more of a rout than the last one. But I still welcome feedback. So please give it. And I sink to 1702. I can live. Okay, I'll finish chatting to aeromathematics. You don't have to watch that. Thanks for watching. Please do give me feedback, and I will see you in a future game very soon.